Welcome, Smashers. Thank you for tuning in to Smashcast number 6, live and in color. We still don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. We're waiting to decide.
I prefer black and white.
Black and white, we can do that. We can put a little sepia tint filter on it.
I wouldn't mind that.
I am Bill Clare. I am here with...
Yvonne Claire.
You're the girl.
The girl.
I'm the girl.
And the commissioner.
She's the super girl and the super commissioner.
Super commissioner.
Super commissioner.
Since you don't have any powers.
I do. It says on my profile on the DC Wikia,
Yeah.
it says handsome male is my power.
What are you, Dracula? Were you seducing people? Hypnotizing
I don't
them?
know, but that's what it says under powers.
Okay. All right.
So there.
So, let's start things off with the weekly news.
Oh, the weekly nerd news. Let me put on my magoos because I can't see a thing. All right, it's stuck into my microphone. What do we have going on this week? We have some birthdays going on. This week we have... Who do we have?
Drum roll.
Are you ready for the first one?
Yes.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Yes, Bruce Willis.
Let me guess. Is he 64?
Oh, I didn't put the birth or how old they are. That's too many digits for Bruce Willis. And also Glenn Close, whose birthday is actually today.
I'll boil a rabbit in her honor.
I love her. I know. Fatal Attraction. What a great movie that was. People aren't even seeing me. I'm putting this right in front of my face. Kurt Russell is 503 today. Let's see. John Boyega's birthday is today. He's like 15. And
Finn from Star Wars.
from Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Okay.
Alan Tudyk, the voice of Superman. He was on Firefly. He was on Dollhouse.
He
was Captain
He was briefly in the-
Steve
on
volleyball movie.
Broadway
The V
in
series?
Spamalot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He does a lot of stuff. I enjoy him. He's good. I met him, too. He's very nice. And then also is Michael Caine, Alfred from the Batman movie, the Nolan Batverse. So that's fun.
Happy birthday to
Happy
him.
birthday to all you old people. And John Boyega. Megacon has finally added some comic book guests.
Oh, yeah?
After all this time waiting, they've added Frank Miller, who people are really flipping their stuff over. They also have added Brian Azzarello, Klaus Janson, and Andy Kubert, one of the sons of the legendary Joe Kubert. They're the creative team on Batman The Dark Knight 3. So, and for a measly $1,000, you can get a sketch from Frank Miller and get autographs from all of them and get seating in the panel.
Will he take a personal check?
Wow.
Third party.
They might take a couple of firstborn children from different people and a limb or two, $1,000. Somebody's really full of themselves.
Any new media guests?
New media guest, yes, we have John Barrowman.
Wow.
Is now replacing Freema, however you say her name. Martha.
Agiaman.
Martha has canceled.
Martha canceled?
So did
Martha
Jenna
has
Coleman.
canceled. Well, Jenna
Okay.
Coleman canceled like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Martha just canceled. So he's replacing her. Let's see. Anybody else coming? No, there's nobody new. There was some good news on the TV front. Supergirl was renewed for season 2. Arrow for season 5. Outstanding.
Legends of
Flash for
Tomorrow.
season 3. Legends of Tomorrow for a season 2. Marvel's Agents of Shields for, I think it's their 5th season will be. And I'm sorry, Agent Carter.
Bye-bye.
No. And of course, everybody knows The Walking Dead will be back, but they haven't renewed that yet. But they still are 2 episodes left of the season.
Speaking of
Thought it
The
was
Walking
3.
Dead, they are actually opening a Walking Dead house in Universal, California.
I know they announced that on Walking Dead
Like
last week.
year-round.
Not
Yes, and a
Orlando.
permanent attraction.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll
That
probably get
would
one here in
be
Florida
incredible.
in a few years. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't feel so bad about having Diagon Alley and Hollywood doesn't.
Well, they're
Yeah.
getting all that too.
Nah.
eventually, so we all get what the other has or had, or it's like a common cold. Everybody's going to get it eventually.
I also wanted
Great
to
analogy.
add on to the nerdly news. Season 2 of Attack on Titan has been postponed. It was scheduled to be released spring of 2016, but the director wants to wait until the manga is 4 story arcs ahead
Wow.
because they don't want to have season 2 have any filler in it.
They don't want to run dry.
And that's noble, but
It's
it's a
painful, but it's a good
longer
idea.
wait. And the creator of the manga is also in agreement. So we don't know when we're getting season 2 of Attack on Titan, and I'm having withdrawals.
Speaking of season 2, even though we're not going to talk about it, Daredevil did debut yesterday.
Yes.
Season 2 on Netflix.
Not all
I'm
of us.
very tired because I watched 10 episodes straight last
No
night.
spoilers because Yvonne.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about it at all. I'm just going to say that I'm
not
very
listening to
tired.
you.
That's why I don't look as gorgeous as I normally do,
I don't hear anything you say.
because I watched it way too long. But so far, I enjoy it much more than last season.
Good.
And the casting of the new people, who everybody knows who they are, great additions to the show. So go season 2 of Daredevil. And also, Pee-wee's Big Holiday debuted yesterday on Netflix.
I'm not even going to attempt to try to do Pee-wee's voice.
All I can say
will
is
spare
it's
you that.
magnificent. It's Pee-wee at his prime.
All right.
Wonderful.
Lots
It's
of
worth a
cameos
try
and
then.
guest stars.
There are, the Joe Manganiello, however you say his name, from True Blood, married Sofia Vergara earlier this year, is the romantic co-star.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. Very funny movie. If you like Pee-wee at all, if you enjoyed the Big Adventure or the Big Top Pee-wee or anything, watch it. You'll enjoy it. It's lots of fun. Very good.
All right. Well, we're going to do a new segment this week, the Pick of the Week, what new issues are currently out. And my pick is Super Zero by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti.
They're local.
They're local.
They live in Tampa.
Ooh, maybe they
Or
can
the
come
Tampa
to
area.
maybe they can come to Smashcon one
Yeah, we
day.
tried that. They charge
Oh,
a lot.
okay. We won't hold that against them.
No, I will.
These are the creative duo behind the latest Harley Quinn series, which is
And
incredible.
the Pro.
The Pro.
Yes, the first prostitute superhero.
Wait, what?
I haven't heard of that.
Oh, you both need to check out the Pro.
Okay. Well, this
That's
is
not my pick of the week.
all right, that'll be your pick of the week next. This is my
Doing
moment.
This after we,
This is coming from the independent studio Aftershock. So this is not related to DC. But Super Zero pertains to a teenage high school girl, Drew or Drusilla, and she's very oddball, underdog, picked on. She believes in superheroes, she believes in aliens, and researches it extensively. She also believes that the Earth was destroyed several times over and that it rebuilds itself each time. And each time we're given clues as to who could be a hero to prevent this from happening, to save the Earth. According to her, there's signs in religion. There's even signs in comic books.
So it's like a redo.
It's like a reboot every time.
Cool.
And it's a bit of meta because she talks about how who would want to be a comic book artist or a writer? They do it because they feel compelled to, because they want to give us these signs or clues. They'd be making more money bagging groceries. So it's a nice little knock against the industry a little bit, how the different writers
That's
can
Jimmy
affect.
Palmiotti. He loves to knock the industry.
And it is a different artist from the Harley Quinn series, Rafael de la Torre.
Oh, he's not bad. I've seen him. do
Probably
some
a
stuff.
little bit hard to see here, but it's just a fine job with the artwork and such. Very clean images and artwork. And I like it. She's so desperate to try to become a hero, find powers, she hires a homeless man to mug her parents. Her loving parents
Oh, jeez.
that treat her well, but she believes that if she faced a similar trauma that what Bruce Wayne went through, she'd have revenge in her blood, or maybe it would spark a power within her.
That's a little odd.
She's a little odd, but she's very benevolent. She's very caring. She does want
Except
to
for
help
her
people.
parents.
And it's interesting, to the best of my knowledge, she's one of the few people, or the only people, that really want powers, pursuing powers. That's not a villain. She really wants to do good for the world, whereas most people, powers happen to them. She's trying to make this happen.
They get bit by a spider when they don't mean to be.
Yeah, and then they kind of lament, oh, great power, great responsibility. Not a knock on Spider-Man, but a lot of heroes
Oh, I
do.
let my uncle die.
Yeah. So Drew really wants to embrace this. She daydreams about being a superhero paladina. It's just well written. It's well paced and interesting character. I look forward to issue 2. I highly recommend it.
And fun fact about Amanda Connor, who I guess did the cover art on that. She's the only female artist ever to make it to the Wizard top 10 artists.
Wow. Now that would explain why the cover art looks very similar to the Harley Quinn art.
I was gonna
she's-
say.
Okay,
Yeah.
She
because
does the cover art.
when I saw Rafael de la Torre was the artist, it like, whoa, okay.
Amanda's very nice. If you can get to see her at a convention, do it. Very, very nice. So Jimmy.
Do
Jim
they
Connor's
make
here.
frequent con
Oh, yes. I know
appearances?
they'll be at Tampa Bay Comic-Con later this year.
Okay.
They haven't announced a lot of comic guests for Megacon. I'll be very surprised if they're not there.
All right.
Very surprised. So,
Okay.
but they're both very nice.
Very super.
Ha ha ha.
Which leads us to our next segment.
Let's get some girl-on-girl action.
Oh, shut up. This is Supergirls
Did not come up with
101.
that title.
Supergirls 101 be a weekly segment where Yvonne will give us an introduction to an existing character. Of course, they're existing, duh. And give us a little
It's
bit
her
of the
own
history, backstory, and recommend a title for if you want to get into this character's history. So take it away, Yvonne.
Yay, Yvonne.
Woo! Cue the applause. I actually went for Wonder Woman this week.
Big surprise.
Because she has a movie coming out.
It's the only thing I'm looking forward to in that movie, honestly.
I think everybody's looking forward to that movie.
Yeah.
Except for Marvel.
Well. So her first appearance in comics was actually in All-Star Comics back in December of 1941.
I mean, she's
Right
almost
during
75
World
years
War
old.
II.
Over? Almost? Yeah.
Almost
around
this
there.
year.
Yeah.
She was good for her age.
Right? I need her magical aging techniques.
Her being an immortal Amazon will do that.
Zeus blood.
Daughter of Zeus, yes. In addition to comics, she has also appeared in other media, and notably the Wonder Woman TV series.
Woo,
that you
Linda
guys
Carter.
all know Linda Carter, yeah. I really tried watching that show.
It's hard to watch now.
Yeah,
It doesn't hold
really
up.
is.
But
it's
if
like
you were
before my time.
if you were a prepubescent boy back in the 70s,
Yeah.
that was all you wanted to watch. Was that or the Bionic Woman?
No comment.
Bill.
Bionic Woman?
I played
know
the
that's a
fifth.
oh, okay.
We'll discuss
Something
her
new
at
about
another
my
time.
husband.
I only
Hey.
watched Doctor Who and Mr. Rogers.
Whatever. I'll let you borrow my Wonder Woman DVDs. I have all 3 seasons.
Oh, you do?
I thought it
Oh,
was 4
yeah.
seasons.
On blue extra
Wait.
features?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cool. Anyway, sorry.
So she's sometimes known in the outside world, away from the mascara, as Diana Prince. It's just like her secret identity. No one really knows anything about her with that.
I remember when they came up with the secret identity in the 90s. They had her get it because she worked at a taco restaurant, and she needed a last name for her social security number so she could get paid.
Okay.
And that's true.
Interesting.
It's awful. It's stupid, but it's true.
Like
I
what
can't
I had
see-
read was that she paid someone off to take their identity.
That was back in the
but that was back in-
when
yeah.
when all superheroes had to have a secret identity. They divested of hers because she was just an ambassador from the Mascara after her reboot in '87. So
But working in a taco hut?
she worked at, I think it was called Taco Whiz.
Oh, boy.
William Messner Loebs. He had some interesting Wonder Woman concepts. Anyway, back to the girl.
So I've actually only read New 52 and Legends of Wonder Woman, which they have just released, which actually doesn't even follow her real history. They try to say that she was born of the clay of the mascara, and in
Well, that's
New
her original
52,
history,
They say that as well, but then they change it and they find out that she really is the daughter of Zeus in there. So
which was awesome.
Yeah,
That powered her up.
yeah. It kind of pissed her off at first to realize that she's been lied to, but
Get a
But I
little-
like
get a
how
little
they
closer.
kept the original origin of the clay that her mother lied to her for all those years.
yeah.
And then she found out the truth. So the original origin was still intact. It just turned out to be a lie. They just didn't write it out and say, oh, this never happened. Which I thought was a really, really interesting way to do that.
And that
Brian
was
Azzarello did that.
To protect
Here,
her
get a little
from
closer to the mic there. Sorry, first time in
Okay.
video. We're still working out the kinks.
We're kinky.
Ba-dum-bump.
Speaking of kinky, do you know the history of the creator of Wonder Woman?
I do.
I know that he was a psychologist, I'm going to say. I don't know how you go from being a psychologist to
Okay.
coming up with a comic book
His
character.
name was William
but,
Moulton Marston, and he was actually the creator of the lie detector test as well. But he was into fetishism and bondage, which is where the fetish for
Lasso
the
of
truth came
Truth.
from, and the lasso of truth where she had to tie people up came from.
Okay. that
A
makes
lot of those
sense.
old comic creators were perverts.
And
We're
yeah,
finding this
and
out,
also if she was bound with her lasso, she'd lose her powers.
By a man, yes. And the bracelets were a symbol of the enslaved when they were enslaved by Hercules. Those were the chains. So the chain portions were broken off, but they had to wear their bracelets. And if hers came off, she would go insane and go like on a rampage. She had all sorts of weird. Her earrings contained oxygen, so she could survive in space. Her tiara allowed her to communicate with animals, and her invisible jet.
Doesn't she also use that as like a boomerang or something?
Yeah, especially Linda Carter.
Yeah.
For clarification, in the TV show, she would spin and do a mini explosion, become Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that
That's
was on
not
the TV show.
canon, is it?
They Phil Jimenez put that in his run, so it's been canon in some aspects. When you have a character as old as she is,
They
it all
seem to have, like,
changes.
jumped around.
But for the most part, she's.
She used to spin her lasso around herself to change clothes too.
But to change clothes, I could see, but she still had her powers, dressed as Diana Prince.
In the TV show, she didn't, not as which is
Right.
odd.
Yeah.
and then
odd,
I'm finding
odd.
out with
I
New
think-
52, she's called God of War.
Well, she
Did I-
she beat the God of War.
She beat the God of War?
Yeah,
Okay.
and she inherited
Ares.
his title.
Okay. That explains that one.
She is in pre New 52. She was the goddess of truth.
And she doesn't need the invisible jet. She can fly on her own.
Since 1987, she's been able to fly on her own.
That's
yes.
good. The invisible jet from Super Friends was just.
They got well. They still had the jet, so she could carry people
She
around with
can-
her.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's mostly used for like.
So that there was that, but they also got rid of her high heels. They powered her up. 87 was a huge turning point for Wonder Woman. If you haven't read any of that stuff, read it. You'll
Okay.
love
Yeah.
it. By our friend George Perez.
Speaking of titles to read, you have a recommendation in front of you?
It's terrible of me. He's gonna say he hates it
Lean closer to the mic.
because it is New 52.
Why do
but,
I hate it? This
I'm
was one of the better
loving
New 52
Superman,
books.
Wonder Woman, because it
Hold it
goes
up.
into
Hold it up
his
so they can
story.
see it. I'll hold it.
It's brought in. Gosh, Doomsday. It's covered
The
a lot of different
Kryptonians.
things. Yeah,
the
it brings in
Olympians.
some of his history, some of hers, and
Well, that was the fun part when they got together. The Olympians didn't approve of him,
yeah,
but the Kryptonians didn't approve
didn't
of
approve
her.
of her.
So this was
They
actually one
kind
of the better.
consider her just a puny human.
Well, yeah, she's exactly. They don't realize that she can punch him through the moon just like he can. But it's one of the better New 52 titles. It's Superman's best New 52 book
Yeah,
because his character very much suffered, I think, in the reboot where hers did not. She was powered up and fleshed out, and she's done well in the New 52 universe. So I hope they keep that going in the new reboot coming out. Reboot,
Yeah.
relaunch, whatever they're going
Trinity.
to call it.
Is that what they're called?
Trinity's going to be the team-up book. Bless you.
Ah,
But she'll have her own title out twice a month as well. Bless you again. She's allergic to Wonder Woman.
apparently so.
Oh, and she's wearing the Wonder Woman shirt as well.
Yes. Represent.
Reppin'.
All right,
Reppin'
well,
the Wonder Woman. And another fact about the Linda Carter show, then we can wrap. Her sister on the TV show's name was Drusilla, that became Wonder Girl. And she was played by
Deborah Winger.
Deborah Winger in her first appearance. And she would do the spin too, but she didn't have the structured undergarments, so when they ran, her little panties would
Wawas.
go up her butt. She would get a wedgie. She talked about that on David Letterman. She was on his premiere episode of his show when he got the David Letterman show, and she was up in this big, ugly, bulky dress, and everybody's like, "What is she wearing that for?" And at the very end of the interview, they started playing the Wonder Woman theme song, and she ripped the dress off and had the old costume on, and she ran out through the audience. It was hysterical.
I might have to
Hope
go
that's on
see if
YouTube.
that's on YouTube. Or
It's on
something.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just put Deborah Winger and David Letterman, and you'll see it. Okay. It's a hoot. She doesn't like to admit that she was on that show. Evidently, Linda Carter was a diva. But if you're going to be a diva, it might as well be Linda Carter.
Yeah, I mean that woman hasn't aged. Like she still looks amazing.
And forever will.
All right, well, thank you, Yvonne. Supergirls 101.
Yay!
Yay, who are we going to do next week?
I'm still trying to decide. I know
Scarlet
you had
Witch.
something. Well, he had something.
You can do a
about,
Marvel one, or
what is her name?
I vote for Black Canary or Scarlet Witch.
Is it that girl that does a thing?
No. It
It's
had
that
to do
girl
with
that does the
thing
Wonder
with the
Woman,
heroes.
but it was like she became Wonder Woman for a while, and then she didn't, and they like totally messed with her.
Donna Troy?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can handle Donna Troy.
He's calling you out.
There's a whole lot of story with Donna Troy. She's very confusing for an amateur.
He called you an amateur. Damn.
My geek card's revoked.
Well, yeah, you haven't earned that back yet.
No, I haven't.
No,
Oh
but
my
since
gosh, we're not going
19
to mention that one.
Since 1960, that Donna Troy's had I don't know how many origins. She's very, very confusing.
Okay.
Great character, one of my favorite characters. The Teen Titans is Wonder Girl and Troya, and beautiful. Oh, I love her, but I don't know. Confusing.
I'll probably go into Black Canary.
Black Canary's had a long career that's not quite. Well, it's a little confusing, but
Well, we'll just have to tune in next week to see,
hear and see
hear, and see. Yes.
and watch.
Yes, because the TV
And share
shows
with
will
your
be back.
friends.
Yay!
And like and subscribe. Is
Yeah,
that what you're
and
supposed
remember the website's up too. So
to? SmashComicsandGames.com.
.com. And Free Comic Book Day is on
May
the 7th.
7th.
May the
I
7th
don't know
be
why
with
I thought
you.
it was later.
Yes. That's all I have.
All right, well, we need to talk a little bit about the Walking Dead episode this week.
Well, I guess we could. We haven't talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it was since you're doing Supergirls 101, it was a girl-centric episode.
Yes, it was. Yeah,
Yeah,
with
you didn't watch
Carol.
it?
No, she doesn't watch it anymore.
I've watched like 2 episodes since season
Carol
3.
and
so
Maggie.
Carol, everybody's favorite character. And Maggie, my favorite character.
Who's now pregnant.
Yeah, I did see that.
You sorry.
And also with Alicia Witt, amazing
loved
actress.
her. Oh my God, I loved her in Mr. Holland's Opus. She played Gertrude Stein, the clarinet-playing governor of the state. If you haven't seen that movie, it's not anything related to anything we do, but go see it or go see it. Go watch it somewhere. It's awesome. But yeah, I love Alicia Witt. When I saw it was her, I was flipping. Like yes,
Yeah, she
she nailed it.
She nailed it. She did an excellent job. She was a hard ass, hated her. And I just really enjoyed seeing Carol struggle with. She really doesn't want to kill anymore.
She
really,
I loved it when Daryl said, "Are you okay?" and she goes, "No."
And it's nice to see Carol trying to reclaim some of her humanity because she's been through so much.
She's the most changed character on that
Yeah.
show.
And
From where she came from that first season to where she is now, to where she's going to. She's still on her journey.
And then she's just
Yeah.
counting head counts of how many people she's taken out.
And how that woman, what's her name? McCarthy.
I don't know. The
How
actress?
no Melissa McBride. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
How she's not won any type of award for her acting. Because she's absolutely exceptional. I guess that's why.
Well, Melissa McBride, wasn't she the Rick's wife?
No, Carol.
Oh, that's Carol.
Yeah, not
Oh,
Lori.
I
Oh,
got
Lori.
the
Who
name
cares
straight.
about Lori? She's dead and digested.
My bad. Now my geek card
What?
is revoked.
I know. Oh my goodness. No, but Carol, the actress who plays Carol, she needs to win some type of
Yeah,
award because
she
she's
deserves
absolutely
it.
exceptional. I think she just makes it look so easy
Mm-hmm.
that people overlook her. And of course, it's a genre TV show, so who cares?
Yeah, the Emmys are going to be a little biased
Yeah, I mean,
against that.
how many sci-fi actors or actresses have won Emmys?
Mm-hmm.
I can only think of 2. And
But with a show as big as Walking Dead, that has
It's
to get
huge.
someone's attention.
you'd think so. I mean, Mr.
Mhm.
Spock won. Hello.
It did?
Yeah, Mr. Spock won a supporting actor Emmy in the late 60s, and Lindsay Wagner won the lead actress in a drama for The Bionic Woman.
Mm.
But as far as I know, as far as genre-centric shows, they're the only 2 that have won. I could be wrong with so many shows out now that that have been out in the last decade, but she deserves it. Out of everybody in the cast is great, don't get me wrong, but she's exceptional.
I agree.
Absolutely.
So what did you think of the ending when they, after they get out and they run into Rick and crew and they have the Primo guy and he says, "I'm Negan, asshole."
And they had said that in there. She said we're all Negan.
Yeah.
I'm like, we only have 2 episodes to get the crap into the fan.
I thought there was 3 left.
I think there's only 2. Well, there might be 3. I thought it was.
We're getting close.
I thought that was number 10 last week.
So we're getting down to
we're there 2 or 3 weeks and we're done.
cliffhanger.
And then we get the year off until Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Because Fear the Walking Dead doesn't have as much teeth to it.
Well, Jessica Jones comes back out.
Yeah, but it's not The Walking Dead.
I know.
Talking to the mic.
I know.
I mean, I like those shows, but I love Supergirl. I love my CW shows, but Walking Dead's a whole other beast.
Yes.
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah. No. Okay.
No? Okay.
Game
Well,
of Thrones
hey,
is for
you
the
have
devil.
Supergirl, and that
That's
was an
right.
incredible episode.
Oh, I know, wasn't it? It was such a love story to Superman 3.
Yes.
There were scenes out of it that were out of Superman 3.
In the bar scene, I was geeking out, and she's looking at me like, "Why? What are you talking about?" That's the scene. I
Superman
explained
3.
it to her.
I love when they do the stunt casting, homage stories, when they're doing it out of love and respect, not just to retread a story. I think are fantastic, and Melissa Benoist was great in this episode. Absolutely outstanding. She
Although
should drop
Bill's
cat off
reaction
buildings more
at
often.
First
Yeah.
was like, so she's stealing this. Why can't they just bring in a family member that understands it?
I was saying, gee, too bad they don't have someone that's had experience with red kryptonite they
Well,
could call on. But I know they
in
can't
this
bring
universe,
in Superman.
Maxwell Lord created the red kryptonite, so Superman would not have experienced it before.
Look at you and your logic. Score 1 for David.
Woo!
Thank you, Commissioner. That makes
I
sense.
know.
I'm glad he stepped up and said, "I want to fix this."
That's true.
He's
That's true.
Slightly redeeming himself.
Well,
Jane.
no, he's just trying to get into the sister's panties.
Okay.
Alex's panties. Sounds better if you say the sisters, because Alex is a boy name. But
It's
I mean,
short
what about
for
poor
Alexandra.
poor Jean?
I'm surprised. Why did they? Okay, in Alien, so suddenly you just arrest him?
Well, I think they arrested him more because he was impersonating Hank Henshaw and the
Yeah.
DEO.
Yeah, they probably
yeah.
think.
So
he's
now we're going to
still been
see the
alive
return
or
of the real
something.
Hank Henshaw, who's supposedly dead with Jeremiah Danvers. It's coming.
You think he's going
You
to be a
think
bad guy?
do you think they're going to come back to life?
Yes.
Okay.
And if they do anything with Hank Henshaw like they did in the comics, yes, he will be a bad guy.
But then does that mean the senator is running the DEO now?
It looks like it. Although I think Alex will end up being the
I
one
think
running
they'll
it.
put Alex
Because why not
in.
put a 24-year-old girl in charge of a government agency?
Well, I don't.
Makes sense to me.
Alex is 24.
Maybe 25 at the most, because
She's
Kara's
only
24.
a few years older than Kara, yeah.
Okay, that actress looks like she's a little older, but
She was
no
ridden
offense
hard
to
and put away wet.
No offense to Kyler or Chyler Lee,
Yeah, whatever.
Casting. I mean,
Maybe they could kill her.
but would Supergirl work for the senator or anyone other than Hank or her sister?
She'd. That's the thing.
I
If her
think
sister wasn't there now,
yeah. I think she would say, I'll
She-
stay here only if.
she wouldn't have worked there for Hank if their sister hadn't been
Mhm.
there. This is all because of the pain to live in sister Alex.
And then she's losing Jimmy, it seems.
Not for long.
She
I don't
opened up a
think
little
so.
bit.
No.
You mean not for long?
Well, it's just hard not to talk about the characters because I know the name is Siobhan Smythe.
Yeah.
I know who the character is in DC Comics.
Well, it doesn't mean she'll translate into that character in the show.
But it does because I've seen pictures.
Oh, okay. You went ahead and got screenshots and.
Well, no, they're
The
popping
dirt
up
sheets.
because she's going to be in the Flash episode.
Oh. Okay.
Just next week? I think?
I think 2 more weeks.
Yeah, it's 2
2
weeks.
weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a week from Monday. You're right.
So she's not going to be losing any of these characters. So I mean, they're all contracted. So
And it leaves her at a good point at the end because Kat said winning back the public's trust won't be easy, but not impossible. So it sounds like for the next few episodes, she's going to have a hard time gaining the public's acceptance again.
that's true.
Well,
I mean,
Kat
dropping
wasn't
people off the
such
roof.
No, Kat did what she had to. Supergirl was a danger at that point. She was
She
over
didn't
the
feed
edge.
the story to the Daily Planet or anything like that. So
Mm-hmm.
she was still trying to protect her hero,
Yes.
her brand. So we'll see. Supergirl will have something big come out of it.
And just the fight
save the
between
world.
Supergirl and John was excellent. Oh, wow.
Yeah. that
We need
was-
more.
Yes.
We need more. We need a Flash. They're already talking the second team up with the CW, and having
Is it gonna be Flash or Arrow?
Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow is what she's asking for. She's also asking for Batgirl,
I saw that.
Melissa Benoist.
I saw that.
Th-
She
that's
requested
very
Batgirl.
reasonable.
And of course, we all know the ring at the table.
Which I-
that
Belongs to
appeared-
some,
Lost my
like,
gift card over.
League of people, some
Oh, your card is gone
legacy
too.
of, what, yeah.
Wait till that episode comes out next season.
No, I knew the story. I knew like the comics. The ring didn't register in my mind.
That's all right. Super fan. Anyway,
I really did enjoy at the very beginning before she was affected. They're
Yes.
talking about, Kara and Alex were talking about Jimmy's relationship, just like girls in high school gossiping. They're both in uniform. It was just nice a moment for
she's walking around
them,
in her cape, just
Yeah.
talking about boys. It's
just
like,
geeking out. And I'm scared that you even know about Kim and Kanye or whatever.
Oh. I'm just happy that she wore some nicer clothes, Kara.
Oh, the suit,
Yeah,
the black
she's a pretty.
suit.
She's a. Well, I mean, her
Oh,
Kara
the
clothes.
the civilian
Well,
clothes.
Because she
Yeah.
set her wardrobe on fire. I'm like,
But
she's a
also
nice looking
that-
girl.
That one-piece suit that she had with
Oh,
the
the
S,
black- the
like,
black suit with
that
the little S?
was- Yeah,
That
I
was
really
hot.
liked that.
I liked it. The whole episode I thought was the best one they've had this season.
Yes. And now I want to watch Superman 3 just so I can show her that scene.
Oh, you need to.
You can just put that scene on, and then we'll just.
Well,
like,
no, because there's multiple scenes. There's not just that one.
Yeah.
Well, when we were originally watching
You
Superman,
do as you're told.
when we were originally watching Superman, he literally told me, "Okay, we don't have to watch Superman 3. It's pretty bad."
Oh, it's awful. The only thing worse than Superman 3 is Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. But you have to see it in order to appreciate what they're doing on these shows. And plus, you get to see Ma Kent from Smallville as Lana Lang.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Annette O'Toole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just fast forward to the scenes with Richard Pryor and the villains.
Oh,
They're
to think
just
what that movie
useless.
was supposed to be.
Supposed to be. What was it supposed to be?
It was supposed to be Brainiac. That
What?
computer villain thing originally was... But they fired Richard Donner, halfway
Yeah.
through the filming of the first movie, which they
Oh.
then finished filming and split into 2 movies.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be Richard Donner. His plans were the computer villain was going to be Brainiac, not Richard Pryor. It wasn't going to be a comedy. And they were going to introduce Supergirl in Superman 3.
They shot themselves in the foot.
They really did. Thank you
Which
so much.
Would have been
The
better.
Salkins. So yeah, they were going to introduce her. I guess you would have the Bottle City or whatever introduce Supergirl, have her fighting Superman. They would, I guess make up at the end, and there she would be, ready for her movie instead of just getting a movie without any type of launch out of the Superman movies.
Speaking of which, if you are interested in the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2, it is available in the Superman box set. I
The
highly
Ultimate Superman
recommend it.
collection.
Highly recommend it. It's excellent.
I have it. It's wonderful.
Yes. It is worth seeing just for his cut alone.
Oh, absolutely.
You'll see the parts that he filmed were kept in, and all his cut scenes that were replaced by Salkins. You'll just see the immediate difference, how it's just a different look and
The
feel.
quality was gone.
A lot less comedy.
I never understood that. Anyway. Supergirl didn't have that much comedy.
The movie?
Horrible movie. Helen Slater was wonderful, though. So I recommend it for just her. Right, Yvonne?
Still haven't decided whether I want to see it.
Okay. Well, if we don't have anything else,
I don't.
I don't.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm ready for lunch, so.
I'm ready for a nap.
I ate before I came.
I was going to. You got to my house early.
Anyways.
On that note, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this live edition, well, filmed edition.
Yeah, we don't we're quite live.
Yeah, no
Alive or live.
streaming live. No, we haven't worked out
We
all
haven't
the
figured
kinks
that out
just
yet.
yet.
We'll
Small
figure
steps.
We'll figure that out on Free Comic Book
We're
Day.
like a newborn. We're growing.
I have time on
Oh.
free
And
comic book
Watch
check
out
out-
for our placenta.
Check out Superman, Super Zero, and Superman and Wonder Woman at Smash Comics and Games.com.
.com.
And you can find us on Facebook. And we're at the Seminole Town Center on the first floor next to Macy's.
196 Town Center Circle.
If you have GPS.
Yes.
All right. On behalf of the Smashcast, I'm Bill Clare.
Yvonne, Claire, or the girl.
And the commissioner will teach her eventually.
Thank you for tuning in. Read more comics.
Sayonara, suckers.